So today's talk will be more of a panel because I understand you've been busy.
Yep, sorry. I told to be respect with times and 15 minutes.
Right, and I asked you to take the train.
Wish.
Okay, so the topic of your talk today, killed by red tape, why working towards open government is so difficult. So can you please tell us about some of the initiatives that you were involved in? And what happened?
We are friends, right? So you don't
We're
have
all
to be
friends
so
here.
harsh on me. And I know that I'm being late. I apologize. And that's the things that we are trying to fix. Traffic. Bangkok traffic is one of the biggest red tape in this country, and encouraged me to move somewhere else. But my friend says, keep going, keep trying. But I'm trying. So this morning disappointed me a bit, not able to come here on time. Me and Charlie is trying a lot to find with the force of the government. So there's a few things we're trying to do for the past 3 years I served in this office. So a little bit of preliminaries of what this office is a telecom regulatory agency. So we do satellite broadcasting and anything that you hold on your hands, which is technically essentials in your life. And without internet, we probably cannot do anything live from here or anything to do with this building. For that sake, we thank you for True Digital Park that this business has then give us a wonderful venues to do this. So digital economy is one of the biggest perk in this era, and we just had the director of DBI, Big Data, BDI, Big Data Institutes under DS, telling me how important the AI is and will be. So in our regulatory agencies, we're trying so hard to build some things that accommodates more people coming in the regulatory space, which encourage openness and transparency. So a few initiatives we did with Charlie is about open mapping, which not going nowhere because we're trying to have
Street maps?
open street map, open mapping, broadband mapping, trying to encourage street datas, participations from peoples to and trying to get them informations into the systems where internet has been a good access or not. It's called QoS systems. We've been doing that for 2 years. So at the end, we end up trying to buy something again.
So what happened?
So the biggest problem is every time we try to get something from the government, we have to go to tender bidding. Every time we try to get a tender bidding, we have to write a TOR on some things that technically absolutely incontraries to any digital mindset that's available in these countries, right? So we discuss about what you call Johari Windows paradox, ability to understand what we need and what we don't know. So in the government sectors, there's nothing that we don't know. We need to know everything. So it's impossible in the digital world to know everything. So instead of trying to develop some things or opening some things for new innovation initiative, it turned out that we need to know what we need first. And by doing that, it technically create a box. So there's a big red tapes. So by the 3 years now, we didn't get the system opened, and we cannot integrate it with any open street map into the systems. So that's one. So we are also trying to do with call center scams. So many solutions trying to sell into systems. We're trying to buying something, and instead of trying to open our people here, trying to think and getting them a challenge, we instead of trying to build another TOR to buy some things. So that's another big red tapes. So these two things, I think, is a paramount to what we discussed about red tapes and mistakes that we did.
But to play the devil's advocate, the process of TOR is there to create transparency, right? And to root out corruption. We create a level playing field where anyone can come in.
That's what we thought, right? So when you go back to the theories of digital mindset and digital leaderships, the problem is a rigid TOR is you need to have to know everything, that you have to have a foresight of what you need. You have 12 years of writing it, another 6 months of asking public knowledge, which we never change anything because we already thought we know what we already want. And then we assume that thing's going to work. So in our digital systems and digital mindset, we develop as we go, right? We build it, we fix it, and we try to make it better. But in purchasing something, the government expects to buy something that is fully useful, and that's it, right? It has to be complete, and it's done. There's no further development, there's no room to improvement, and there's no room for even updates, right? And you know that that's not going to work.
So can we not have open in the TOR, enforcing a license?
Well, that is something that you have to put into the mindset of the protocol. But the protocol is ephemeral, right? It's almost impossible to work with the budget bureaus to understand what the openness and updating availabilities that is, right? Just to create another red tape. So buying a subscription is still not availabilities, right? So we need to buy a solutions. So just the solution itself is already contradicts on how our mindset work, right? We develop some things, it's not going to be full solution. We have to address the problems. And the problems come up in our worlds almost every single second, right? We have to address all the problems. We do it every single 15 minutes, and we try to update it, patch it all the times. But the solutions is a definite word explaining that is done, is solutions. So buying a solutions is what government's prime target and task, not some things that can be open for debate and discussions.
So perhaps, as you touch upon it, a subscription model would work out better because that will incentivize people to continue to update software and continuously improve it.
Yes,
right?
and that's why we're trying to use the systems where we can have an open access to save the government money, so we have more efficiencies, we have abilities to draw more people, draw developers to come in and see where people went wrong, because one person cannot think it all, right? We cannot have a full set of thoughts and everything settles and you are the supreme leaders of this software. It's impossible. We have a teams of developers, thousands and thousands of them, and you know that we still have so many problems that's going on. X have different patching problems just recently with DDoS, right? So it's the mindset and the mindset and the red tape the government has is technically contradicting. How to change that, how to shift that. We know the mistakes, we're trying to do it, or maybe it's just a chimera of we believe the government can adjust. So that's what the tech companies keep saying, that the government is no longer valid because they cannot adapt, they cannot govern, they cannot even understand what it is that the current needs right now for the people.
Thank you for your very candid remarks. So we have 5 minutes left. So what do you think is the the solution? Any brief thoughts that you would like to share?
So, like I said, we are trying. So we're gonna keep trying. Me and Charlie's gonna keep trying. And while we're trying, we feel tired. We might feel exhausted, but we always got something new to do, right? So one of the things that we're going to do, let's say our next big thing, is to create an AI tutors to see how we are using availability resources with openness to access those resources and develop something for society. So we're going to try doing the AI tutors at some of our internet centers, suburbs, and see if our solutions can help the governments adjusting themselves or changing the education system in the way we want it to. For those two kids sitting right there.
Thank you very much, Pam. So Pam is a relatively old friend of mine, and his thinking is unconventional within the context of the Thai government. So I think that it's something that for many people it may be the first time that you have heard about what kind of challenges one faces working from within government, trying to instill change. So I hope you keep this in mind when you meet people from BDI, when you meet people from NBTC as you go around. Please offer your ideas, your experience working on software development projects, processes, and see if you can have discussions about how to improve things. And maybe something interesting will come out of it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, give us some empathy, knowing that we have so much restriction to do. We try to be open, we try to find a way, and sometimes we're not that idiot. We know what we are trying to fix, but we just can't fix it. We need the force of natures, we have the force of peoples to change the whole thing. So I thank you for the stage, and I know that I'm being late, I apologize, and I hope Charlie and I can fix the traffic in a few years, but you know, he tried to make me ride a bike, I can't.
Well, take the train, my friend. I keep telling you.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you very
fixed.
much.
All right, please, a round of applause for our palm.
Thank you.